Hello, my name is Elite and welcome back to my channel. In this video I will explain the meaning, definition and the example of all phrasal verb of bring. Bring down. The definition of bring down is cause someone to lose power or make someone unhappy or depressed. Now let me show the example of bring down phrasal verb in say. The government hopes these measures will help to bring down inflation. Powerful voices in the Senate are determined to bring down the president. Car salesmen will often bring down the price rather than lose a sale. If you're running upstairs, go to my room and bring down my sweater, please. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of bring. Bring about. The definition of bring about is cause something to happen. Now let me show the example of bring about phrasal verb in sentences are several circumstances concurred to bring about the present state of affairs. This would bring about a lowering of the general level of intelligence in the population. It took hours of negotiations to bring about a reconciliation between the two sides. The militants see no contradiction in using violence to bring about a religious state. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of bring. Bring along. The definition of bring along is bring someone or something to a certain place. Now let me show the example of bring along phrasal verb in sentences are this is open to women of all ages, so bring along your friends and colleagues. Somebody forgot to bring along the U-bolts to clamp the microphones to the pole. It would be necessary to bring along some class members. A fee will be paid. A light jacket is good to bring along, as the weather is often chilly this time of year. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of bring. Bring back. The definition of bring back is reintroduce something or cause something to return to the mind. Now let me show the example of bring back phrasal verb in sentences are it's now unlikely that future parliaments will bring back the death penalty. We're going to bring back some beer with us. Do you want anything else? The House of Commons is to debate once again whether to bring back the death penalty. Bring back the mustard plasters instantly. Bring brandy and the other medicaments I ordered. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of bring. Bring forth. The definition of bring forth is produce or give rise to something or give birth to a child. Now let me show the example of bring forth phrasal verb in sentences are a strong hand had to bring forth political altruism, whatever the tone of economics. He will bring forth your righteousness as the light and your judgment as the noonday. Ninthly, commercial banks should constantly bring forth new assortment of loan. Bring forth the light within yourself, and with each righteous swing you shall be heartened. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of bring. Bring forward. The definition of bring forward is move a meeting or event to an earlier date or time. Now let me show the example of bring forward phrasal verb in sentences are: bring forward the empty in between needles on both beds, matching the ends. New course innovation brings forward advanced requirement to physical education course. We will bring forward proposals to ensure that the control of drug misuse is coordinated effectively. The minister intends to bring forward amending regulations in the autumn. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of bring. Bring in. The definition of bring in is move something indoors. Now let me show the example of bring in phrasal verb in sentences are: the government has promised to bring in new legislation to combat this problem. We ought not to bring in extraneous matters in trying to find a basis for a settlement. We shall have to bring in professional advisors to help us to cost out this job. We'll have to see how bad the injury is before deciding whether to bring in a replacement. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of bring. Bring off. The definition of bring off is achieve something successfully. Now let me show the example of bring off phrasal verb in sentences are: they managed to bring off the most daring jeweler robbery in history. I was straining to bring off a cease-fire in Cambodia before the Congress acted. Usually, feet bring off Hyperborean and a wettest passion may appear as felt. But, to my mind, Colin Watson brings off almost every time the difficult feat he attempts. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of bring. Bring out. The definition of bring out is produce and launch a new product or publication. Now let me show the example of bring out phrasal verb in sentences are: the painter brushed over the canvas to bring out a more vivid effect. It's only a matter of time before they bring out their own version of the software. The rival TV companies are in a race to bring out the first film drama of his life. No sooner do you buy a computer than they bring out a new one which supersedes it. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of bring. Bring to. The definition of bring to is restore someone to consciousness. Now let me show the example of bring to phrasal verb in sentences are: the trip will bring to an end year of estrangement between the two countries. Your living is determined not so much by what life brings to you as by the attitude you bring to life. There are several important matters that I'd like to bring to your notice. Almost any situation, good or bad, is affected by the attitude we bring to. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of bring. Bring up. The definition of bring up is look after a child until it is an adult, or raise a matter for discussion. Now let me show the example of bring up phrasal verb in sentences are: I have a lot of sympathy for her. She had to bring up the children on her own. I'm very much against the idea that it is the woman's job to bring up the child. She suddenly walked out on her husband, leaving him to bring up the children. David was the first to reach the summit, followed by Pat, leaving Fergus to bring up the rear. Please like, share, subscribe and support my channel. That's all for this video. See you in next video.